I was texting during Matt's opening set, and I saw that I had a Facebook notice that Matt Steiner asked me to play Candy Crush Saga.
No, I didn't.
I saw it there. I lost my set. It was on a piece of paper somewhere in this bar. And as I've been getting older, I sweat a lot. And so as I was trying to rush around the bar, trying to find my set, I'm just completely wet, drenched from sweat. And then I wrote down the whole set on my phone and then pushed save, and it said the application wasn't working, so I lost it twice, so I guess, fuck it. And I'm glad this dress is black and doesn't show how wet I am. I'm glad I prefaced that with something else. So I was on Facebook the other night and having some political argument with this guy that was a childhood friend of mine. And he got mad at me and posted, "Go fuck yourself." And then he unfriended me. And my feelings were really hurt. I used to play Barbie dolls with that dude. And so later that night, I went to bed and I was thinking, oh, I was fucking myself. And I was thinking, how ironic. He meant that to be derogatory. But it was not. Go fuck yourself. He might as well have said, go eat dinner. I don't eat dinner every night, but most nights I eat dinner. So I've been sick. I didn't take any cold medicine today because cold medicine makes me sweat, ironically. But so I've been on Facebook a lot because I was down, I was bedridden. I watched a lot of Netflix, a lot of movies, and I watched The Truman Show again. You guys remember that movie with Jim Carrey? And I was laying there sick, and I got to thinking, do you ever wonder if you're in a world like that? Like you're the only one with free will, and everyone else is just a character actor, and somebody somewhere is just watching you all the time to see what you're gonna do. So you murder a homeless man to test the theory? You invite him over to your house, I don't know, by saying you're gonna give him a hand job or something. And as soon as he walks in the door, you just stab him right in the back with a kitchen knife. And when he falls to the ground, you jump on top of him and stab him a few more times. And you say, here's your fucking hand job, motherfucker, how do you like it? And then you stand up and your dog's running because she thinks it's a game. She's getting bloody footprints all over your wood floor, and her tail is going like this, so blood is just going over the walls and your furniture. You're grateful that you bought that soap at IKEA because the slipcovers are washable. And you're just standing there looking down at the homeless man. And your dog starts lapping up the blood. And you think, she's a good dog, she wants to help. But it's gonna be a pain in the ass to clean this shit up. And then you realize you're kind of hungry, so you go into the kitchen, you make some macaroni and cheese. Do you? Do you ever wonder that? My mom doesn't like that joke. I have a blog, it's called saladcloset.com, and I posted that on the blog and I sent it to my mom. And she sent me this message back that said she was really concerned, that she talked to Michael, my stepfather, and they both decided that it was morbid and not funny at all. And she was concerned about me doing that on stage, and she said I should check it out with my brother and his girlfriend Bree, which I did, and I totally saw them laughing the whole time. Okay, so I'm a therapist. That's my day job. And as a therapist, I have some advice for the men in the room. First of all, sex is not over until at least 2 people have climaxed. And after you have sex with a woman, you should cry. Not a lot, like don't get weird about it, but like just a little sniffling, 1 tear. And if she asks you what's wrong, don't answer her. Just say, nothing, and then like go into the bathroom or something. She will totally keep having sex with you just to find out why you're crying. I'm not kidding. And the other piece of advice that I have is you guys need to buy us more presents. Girls are really good at buying presents. Dudes suck at buying presents. And I know you guys don't have, not all of you have a lot of money, but there are things that you can do that don't cost anything at all. Drive out to like a rural area, and if you don't have a car, gas money, get somebody to take you. There are like flowers and balloons and sometimes even stuffed animals just like tacked to telephone poles and guardrails out there. That shit is free. So, I'm a slob. That's another thing that my mom wouldn't be happy about, but I always clean the house before she comes over. The only way I do clean my house, in fact, is if somebody's coming over. I invite people over to my house because that's what I have to do to be motivated to clean it, because I don't fucking care if it's just me and my dog. I was with a friend the other day. We were going to lunch together and I was getting in her car and she warned me and she's like, my car is really dirty. I'm like, dude, you have no idea I'm a total slob. And she said, yeah, but my car is kid dirty, because she has a couple of toddlers. And I'm like, really, do you think kid dirty is worse than adult dirty? And she said, well, my son threw up in the air vents. And I said, I threw up in my air vents. Toddler's vomit smells like bananas. My vomit does not smell like bananas. And it has like chunks of my stomach in it. It's a lot worse. And then she tried to one-up me by saying that she was changing her son's diaper in the back seat and he peed all over the back of the car. I'm in my 40s. I pee like on an exhale. And the majority, the way I get hydrated is mostly with beer and coffee. So my urine is like condensed, like almost a gel. And it does not smell like bananas. Might be those one-a-day vitamins I've been taking. Let's see, what comes next? Oh yeah, I was at church the other day. Thinking about Jesus. I was looking up at the altar with the cross and stuff. And I thought, what if Jesus didn't die on the cross? Somebody back there, hands over their face. Oh no, not Jesus. And I don't mean what if he didn't die for our sins. I mean, what if he didn't die on the cross? Like, what if he wasn't crucified? What if he died some other way? Like, what if he were dismembered? Like with a hatchet? Do you think churches today would have like a different display behind the altar? Like maybe they'd have a bunch of columns to display the different severed body parts. Like one hand reaching out, severed at the elbow with blood dripping down. And people would wear hatchets around their necks because it would be sacred. How am I doing on time, Matt?
You got 5.
All right. So dildos are awesome. I bought a dildo recently. Actually, it was a while back. And I bought it on my way home. I live at the coast. And then when I got home, I forgot that I bought it and I left it in the car. It wasn't until I was going to bed that I remembered, oh, I bought a dildo. And so I went out in the car and got it, and it was cold, like really cold. Not realistic at all. But I found that if you roll it in a heating pad for like an hour, it's just like the real thing. Only there's no sweat dripping in my face. I don't have all that pressure on my chest. I flip myself over, but only when I want to. And I do want to, sometimes. My brother is here. He does not like that joke. I can tell he's giving me a dirty look. Oh, and my mom also doesn't like the Jesus joke. She told me that I should make Jesus be hit by a car instead. And people would wear steering wheels around their neck. That was her advice to me. All right, so you know that feeling you get when you're pulling into a parking spot and the car next to you is pulling out and you feel like you're still going forward and you're like, your heart starts beating and you get that shock wave through your body. Do you know what I'm talking about? Mm-hmm. That is exactly what anal sex feels like. Right? Because as it's pulling out, you think, oh my God, I'm shitting. And your heart is like, but then you realize, oh yeah, it's anal sex. I've only had anal sex once, and weirdly enough, it was with a homeless dude. And it was just once in and once out, and I was like, no, it's way too much like shitting, I don't think I can get past that. I pushed him off me, and then I stabbed him in the chest with a kitchen knife. And I stabbed him a few more times to make sure he was dead. And I said, here's your fucking anal sex, motherfucker! How do you like it? That one was for my mom. Thank you, that's all I got.
That's right, keep it going for Charmaine, man. One more time. Yeah! So we're in a